Hello everyone, and guess what's just arrived? Some BC Racing Coilovers. Hey. Yes, welcome everyone to today's video. As you can tell, we are going to be doing a BC Racing Coilovers and, well, maybe, we'll see how the video goes, a Sportex exhaust axle back for my Ford Fiesta. Now, I have been waiting to have these for the longest time, and they have finally now arrived, and I'm pretty excited for this. So, as you can see, we got BC Racing, the BR series coilovers for my Fiesta, and then we've got a axle back rear silencer from Sportex. The state of my my exhaust at the moment is, well, it's pretty bad, isn't it? So looking forward to that, but the main thing for this video is these coilovers. So here's like a final look of the suspension in its entirety. All this adjustment, I think the 30 click adjustment on the shock stiffness, I think that was what was on there. I'm not sure what the stiffness of the spring is. This might be it here, but I think this is more like a slightly street slash track. So it's kind of like a multifunctional. Yeah, it's more like a multifunctional purpose of this suspension. Would like my mates to be over because they pretty much know a bit more about this than me, but we learn as we go along. But I've been eyeing up these for quite a few years, and now I've got them. So, brief insight on why I'm doing this now is because of this chap here. This I found the other day. I was wondering what this knocking was and why the front end felt loose, and this snapped off. Obviously you can see there's lots of coils there, pretty dirty, but it's still good shape. Around to this side, less springs, big gap, big snap out there, and you're not supposed to do this either. So they're coming out ASAP. So what we need to do first is unbolt the brake line, take out the ABS wire, and then undo these two bolts, and then, oh actually no, also do this anti-roll bar link as well. And then we need, then after all that's all loosened up, we then go for the top, and then we can just drop the entire unit out in one go. So let's get cracking. Houston, we have. Right, so now we've got the shock out. You can see there's a side-by-side comparison. Obviously the shock is much longer, it has less springs, well now it has less springs, and it's a much softer spring. This obviously has more springs, it's much stiffer, more harder, so this will be a much firmer ride. And obviously you got the adjustment here. So what I'm going to do for now is going to put these in, see where it sits as it is, and then adjust accordingly after, because otherwise I change too much and then it just isn't right. So the only thing I'm worried about is the drop links, the anti-roll bar drop link position. They're a bit slightly different, so I might have to get a shorter drop link. We'll have to see for now, see if it bolts up. If so, happy days, but if not, that's something to work on. So let's get on with putting this in, shall we? Hey, we got a bolt in!
This is going to be dragging its ass like a dog with worms.
So we got the shock in, we got the top mounts like bolted and tightened up. We got this tightened up, all of this is tightened up. We haven't got the anti-roll bar link because we've got it's still connected to the other side, so the two are fighting each other at the moment. Once the other side is done, we can then just literally put that link back together and then put it on the ground and see how it goes. But yeah, so then you just have to do the other side now.
What we do here is go back.
Right then, so we got the suspension in, both sides, everything bolted up, even the anti-roll bar link, which kind of, they work, so we just have to keep an eye. It's a bit close to the chassis there, so I have to see how that goes, but if it works, then we're going to have to run with it. But everything's bolted up. What we're going to do now is put the wheels on, tighten them up just for now, and then lower the car and see how it goes.
You're gonna bang your head getting in there.
Yay! Yo! Yes! Wow, okay. Right, Took it for a bit of a run, just you know, just to kind of have a feel around here. It feels alright. We're not rubbing at the moment. The only thing that's rubbing is the mud flap on the floor. I might do at some point just raise up the mud flap a little bit, just to kind of tuck it up and back in. But apart from that, it's not too bad. Also, it is towing out quite a bit on both sides, so I just need to adjust the toe in, just to kind of bring it back in. You can hear it kind of scrubbing. So we'll do that another time, we'll kind of dial it in, but what we need to do now is actually get the rears installed. So we need to jack up the rear and then, well, yeah, put the rear on. Okie dokie, so what it is, we've got a bolt at the bottom and then we've got 2 bolts at the top, and then we can get access to the entirety of this rear suspension, as in drop the springs out, drop the shocks out, and then we can just replace them with the new ones which is in the box over there. Shouldn't be too complex, but we shall see how it goes. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's a good thing we're about to actually swap the suspension, because just noticed the actual spring has started to split and it's starting to crumble at the bottom. That was very lucky that we caught that. Very typical in the rear of these Fiestas that these springs start to snap, but as that started to do that, then it's a pretty good time that we started to change them out now. Right, here's a closer look, and yeah, she cracking. Now that might just be the paint, but it's, you know, it's going to corrode the actual metal in underneath. Got them out now as we, oh, and that's destroyed. That is destroyed. Don't need this anymore. So what I have to do now is put in the spring, both sides, and then once the spring's all happy, the adjuster's at the bottom, springs on top, and then got the shock then, and then when we get the shock in, we then jack up the rear beam, and as we jack it all up, it all slides in, put the bolts in, yippee dappy doo, and yeah, that. Yeah. Right, we've got a record. This one's completely gone, and the spring isn't in good a shape either. Right, time for the upgrades. Missing there.
Watch the bottom of the. Keep going. It's got the slack up.
Right then, so we got the shock in, that's all bolted at the top. At some point I might just trim this liner so I can get to the adjustment up here. So I might just trim this out a little bit, just to get to that. And then obviously the spring and all of that is sat in here now. The adjuster and all that, that's all bolted up, that's all good. So throw the wheel on, and lower it and put it on the ground. That's not bad. Like, I think the handbrake's on, so once I take the handbrake off and all that, I should tell you what. Ah, there you go, it's dropped a bit more. But that's not bad, in all honesty. That's about where I wanted the rear, actually. The front might have to come up a little bit, but that's not too bad. Nice. Right, let's get everything tidied up, and then we can have a look at it better.
A few moments later.
Right, so we got it all, everything tidied up. It is way lower. Oh my god. I get it down. There we go. Yeah, you're never gonna get back in this car ever again, Dad. I'm sorry. But let's have a look. Oh, the backs feel solid. Oh, we're going on the grass. You can definitely, it's much more firmer. I think we can call that a success. Right then, so thank you for watching. As I said, we've still got to dial in the suspension. I literally just threw it on from the box. Obviously, I think I might have to raise the front up a little bit because it's a bit low, but it still clears, which I'm quite surprised about. Also, I think I just need to set up the toe a bit. That needs dial in, and then a bit of camber on the front. I think I need to dial it back out. Apart from that, it's not bad as it's come out the box. But yeah, because like this is really bad. This stuff was horrible. Spring snapping, everything was just, they had to go. But yes, that is basically, you know, it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Any questions or anything like that, let me know below in the comment section. Like, subscribe and all that stuff, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye for now.